called to order the regularly scheduled meeting of the Show Low Planning and Zoning Commission for January the 10th of 2017. Roll call shows all commissioners present with the exception of Commissioner Bishop, who is excused. The pledge this evening I will do, the invocation this evening I will do, and the pledge will be done by Commissioner Behrens. Will you all please rise? Our Heavenly Father, we ask that you stand with us this evening and offer your guidance as we consider some issues that are important to the members of our wonderful community here. We ask that you continue to bless us as we go forward into 2017 and point us in the right direction on all issues that come before us. We thank you very much for the moisture that you continue to bestow on us, and if it be your will, we ask that you continue that. We, as always, ask that you stand with the armed forces and the public service officials that protect us day in and day out and keep them safe and bring them home to their family members. We ask all of these things in your name. Amen. Amen.
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, there being no old business, we will proceed directly to this evening's new business, which is consideration of a zone change request submitted by Scott Martinson to rezone property located at the southwest corner of West Old Linden Road and North Retreat Way, Show Low, Arizona, described as Section 13 and 24, Township 10N, Range 21 East, Retreat at Bison Crossing, Tract E, per Plat 28-1, 2, out of 209-55-009A for the 2008 roll of Navajo County, Arizona, more particularly described as Assessor's Parcel Number 309-91-995. The applicant is requesting it to amend the existing planned unit development zoning on the subject property from a golf maintenance yard to single-family residential. Ms. Fechtelkotter, Happy New Year.
Thank you, Chair and Commissioners. Scott Martinson of Cambridge Construction, LLC, has submitted a zone change request for property located at the southwest corner of Old Linden Road and North Retreat Way, more particularly described as APN 309-91-995, to amend the existing PUD, planned unit development zoning on the subject property from a golf maintenance yard to single-family residential. At its regular meeting of December 6, 2005, the City Council adopted Ordinance 2005-31, Conditions Are Attached, which created the zoning for the existing Bison Crossing PUD, which was previously known as Montana Verde. Montana Verde was rezoned to PUD from R1-15, which is single-family residential, manufactured homes excluded, 15,000 square feet, through Ordinance 479 on October 3rd, 2000. The applicant has requested to build a single-family residence on property identified as a maintenance yard for the golf course on the conceptual master plan for the Bison Crossing PUD. Condition 1 of Ordinance 2005-31 states, all future development shall be submitted in substantial conformance with the design philosophies, site characteristics, and land uses described and depicted in the subject property, project narrative, and conceptual master plan. The proposed site plan submitted by the applicant shows a single-family home and detached RV garage. In addition, the site plan indicates 35-foot setbacks along Old Linden Road, the south and west property lines, and a 20-foot setback along North Retreat Way. Findings of fact. Scott Martinson of Cambridge Construction has submitted zone change requests to amend the existing PUD zoning of the property from a golf maintenance yard to single-family residential. On December 6, 2005, the City Council adopted Ordinance 2005-31, which created the zoning for the existing Bison Crossing PUD, which was previously known as Montana Verde. The applicant has requested to build a single-family residence on property identified as a maintenance for golf course on the conceptual master plan for the Bison Crossing PUD. The proposed submitted site plan by the applicant shows a single-family home and detached RV garage. In addition, the site plan indicates 35-foot setbacks along Old Linden Road, the south and west property lines, and a 20-foot setback along North Retreat Way. The zoning of the surrounding properties includes to the north R110, single-family residential, manufactured homes excluded, 10,000 square feet. To the south and east, PUD. And to the west, R1-7, which is single-family residential, 7,000 square feet. Land uses of the surrounding properties includes, to the north, Fool Hollow Lake Recreation Area. To the south, Bison Golf Course. To the east, Bison Crossing. And to the west, single-family residential. Staff mailed letters and subject property maps to all property owners within 300 feet of the subject property and posted the property in accordance with state law. Staff had received several phone calls with general inquiries about what the zone change entails. However, no opposition has been received. Transmittal memos were sent to all affected agencies and no applicable comments were received. After reviewing the standards for review, the City of Jolo zoning ordinance, discussions with the applicant, and because the request is consistent with the City of Sholo general plan, staff recommends that the Planning and Zoning Commission approve zone change request 60503-109 submitted by Scott Martinson of Cambridge Construction LLC to amend the current planned unit development zoning of APN 309-91995 from a golf maintenance yard to single-family residential and forward this approval to the City Council subject to the following conditions. 1, all development shall comply with all federal, state, and local requirements. 2, the subject property shall be in substantial conformance to the proposed site plan as submitted and shall comply with all development standards as outlined in the R1-15 zoning district. In addition, there shall be a 20-foot no-build buffer along the property line near the golf course. And 3, all conditions of ordinance 2005-31 shall remain in effect.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Staff as well as the applicant are available for questions.
All right. We'll begin by calling for questions for staff. Commissioner,
Just one home they're looking to put on that.
Yes, in response to the question, they are planning on only doing one home. This would remain a single lot, would not be divided into multiple lots.
Mr. Clark.
Mr. Jurgaskis or Ms. Feckelcutter, I'm not sure which one of you answered this one, but is this going to increase the density at all? For I know that under the planned unit development, the city council probably usually authorizes a maximum amount of building units in that development. Will this increase that at all? I'd imagine Mr. Martinson was under that number.
Total density for the overall project would not change.
Okay.
This home as proposed would be one of the proposed residential units for that project.
Okay. So no increase in density or anything like that?
That's correct.
And was there any issues with this lot as far as, sometimes when developers are doing projects like this, they utilize lots like this for maintenance work and also for drainage issues and stuff like that. Is that going to be affected at all with this change in use?
Not that we're aware of, no.
Okay.
Further questions for staff? All right, seeing none, questions for the applicant? Quiet group this evening. All right, here's where we would normally,
Mr. Chair?
Sir.
This has been scheduled for a public hearing.
okay,
So we do need to at least follow that
Correct.
format and open the public hearing, and
okay,
if
which,
no one comes forward.
that's what, that's what I was just getting ready to do. So we will open it for comments from the public, if there are any, and seeing none, okay, we will close it and bring it back to to the commission for a motion. Commissioner Clark.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I'll move to approve the zone change request 605-03-109 submitted by Scott Martinson of Cambridge Construction LLC to amend the current planned unit development zoning of APN 309-91-995 from a golf maintenance yard to a single-family residential and forward this recommendation to the city council. I'll just tag on to that Mr. Martinson's been a wonderful member of the community for well over a decade. I think his work speaks for itself, and we appreciate his contributions to the community. So,
Mr. Chair, I'd ask the motion maker, does that include the staff recommendations? as
yes,
part of it?
yes, with staff recommendations.
All right. Second? All right, we have a motion and a second by Vice Chair Robertson. Any further discussion? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? None. Okay, so the motion carries unanimously, and
This item has been scheduled for a public hearing with the city council. That will take place at their next regularly scheduled meeting, which is January 17th at 7 PM during the council meeting. Thank you.
all right, thank you for that. I think that brings us to what would normally be the call to the public, and if anybody chooses to come forward, make yourself visible here pretty quickly. Otherwise, we'll dispense with the reading of the boilerplate, and we will then proceed to approval of minutes from the regular meeting of February 22nd. May I have a motion to do so, please? I said November 22nd, correct? Okay, good.
I make a motion.
All right, we have a motion and we have a second from Commissioner Adams. All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye. All right, any opposed? All right, those minutes are approved, which leads us to a summary of current events, and we'll begin at the far end with Commissioner Clark.
I don't have anything, Mr. Chairman.
All right, Commissioner Adams.
I don't have anything.
Commissioner
Neither
Berry?
do I. Thank you.
Commissioner Berry?
I wish the Lord's guidance as to my granddaughter who leaves on her mission today.
We share that. Okay, Commissioner Robertson? All right, Vice Chair Robertson? Okay, no report from me. We're good. Mr. Tregaskis.
Just one thing, as part of the American Planning Association, they have an opportunity for planning and zoning commissioners to become kind of affiliate members of that organization. As part of that, you receive some emails, different notices throughout the year related to planning and current things that are happening along those lines. We have one commissioner who's expressed interest in being signed up for that. If the other commissioners would be interested, just let us know. We do need to get a little bit of background information from you. Really not a whole lot other than your name, your address, and your email. So it's not your firstborn or a kidney or anything like that that they're asking for. If you'll just let either myself or Kim know, we'll get you signed up.
All right.
That's it.
Will do. All right, with that, we will call this evening's meeting adjourned. Thanks for coming out on a,
I was just disappointed that I wasn't asked to speak.